Hello, Aka Ayam, Aka Awata, brethren. First of all, I give honor to the Heavenly Father, our Father, Abata Yanawa, Ailayawana, Kababa Yara, Kadawasha, Baraka, Ata, Yaha, Bahashama, Bahashama, Yahawasha, Ai, Baraka, Ata, Yaha. It means, our Father, most high, most holy, blessed is He, in the name of His Son, Yahawashai, blessed is He. Well, this is a reload. This is a reload of Psalm 154. I have not been active on my YouTube channel for about 6 months due to multitude of issues that coalesce together. I don't have to go into it. It is not as if I have many activities on my channel. It is not something that is well subscribed to. It is not a popular channel, so whoever will not, so the public is not going to miss me if I'm there or not. But the information I have on my channel is targeted towards the awakened Israelites. Awakened Israelites are targeted through my telecast, through what I say on my channel. For the scriptures commanded us, which means the Father commanded us, we the awakened ones, to go out on the highways and the byways. The highways includes the internet, the airwaves, the airways, the airwaves. So it is the internet includes the highway or byway. So Psalm 154. A while ago, I started bringing out psalms that were previously hidden from us, because those psalms dealt so directly towards Israelites, and these psalms they are so clear, so clear cut that you cannot. It does not fit the doctrine of universalism. It does not support the doctrine of universalism that the Christian church today have propagated for 500 years or 600 years thereabout. More than that, because Holy Roman Catholic Church began this. The Holy Roman Catholic Church, for your information, Holy Roman Catholic Church as opposed to the pagan Roman Catholic Church. Pagan Roman Catholic Church are Edomites, white Caucasian, the Visigoths, and the Ostrogoths. The Goths. They are the Roman Catholic, they are the pagan Roman Catholic Church. The Holy Roman Catholic Church are brown, dark people, black, understanding. If you want to say black, but we are not black. You can see my skin. Brown, yeah. Brown people. In the dark ages, yeah. They call it dark ages. That means we were ruling. And the Holy Roman Catholic Church are full of brown people. The Pope, the kings of Europe, they are brown people. Yeah. For you there who are thick, are brown people. They are the one who introduced universalism because though the Caesar of those days, of the Dark Ages, they push the doctrine of their fathers. At the same time, in secret, they worship idols. And they also do that, um, to accommodate different factions they are ruling over. In order to control the people, they brought in several doctrines and tried to merge it. And one of the key doctrine they brought in is the doctrine of the Virgin Mary and the Trinity and this issue of three God in one, like God is a schizophrenic. They, they, they bring up the idea that God is three, God is one, God is one, God is three. Um, I'll pause here because I think my boy wants to go to the toilet. I'm back. Salakia. Little boy is afraid of the dad in the toilet, so I have to go with him. Yeah. So the point of this right? The point is it's a side it's a side thing. It's like this is not the topic of this telecast, right? I'm trying to tell you that it is not the white man, it is not the European, the Caucasian that introduced the doctrine of Trinity or Virgin Mary. It is our forefathers. It is our forefathers, the rulers of the Dark Ages. It is our forefathers, the Holy Roman Empire. They are the one to accommodate everybody, and it also allows them to control the people, and they lock up and they omit the scriptures that for the scriptures that teaches that this gospel is to the Israelites and to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, the northern tribes. The gospel is to the Israelites and Israelites alone. This gospel are written by and for the Israelites. Now, these two volume of books, you can see how thick it is. This is Old Testament pseudepigrapha. There are notes, there are synopses, there are historical background, and there are countless um, countless experts or the land people, the land people of the church, countless. Their notice, their notes, their entries are in this book, and they will tell you. For example, Song of Solomon. The reason why we don't have it in King James is that Song of Solomon, if you look at it, it is one of the contributors to this. Today it says it is so subversive. It is what other word to use? Song of Solomon is so subversive. It is so nationalistic. It is so what, it is rebellious. Yes, seditious. Sedition. It is seditious. Seditious. Song of Solomon. I mean, Psalm of Solomon. I beg your pardon. Psalm of Solomon is so seditious to the ruling elite. You cannot read Psalm of Solomon and come to the conclusion that the scripture is that the scripture preach universalism. You cannot read the Psalm of Solomon and come to the conclusion of Virgin Mary or Trinitarian. Now, I have Apocalypse of Abraham. They're here. Apocalypse of Adam, Apocalypse of all these books which are omitted by our fathers. It is our fathers, not the Europeans. The Europeans came in, wow, they said these people they've done the work for us. They just push it. They push it further, but it is not written by Europeans for you to take people out there. It is our fathers that did this work. And it is our father that wrote King James and all the Greeks, anything Greek writing, it is our people that wrote it. Hellenized Greeks, it is our people. It is our people that wrote them. All those books in the Dark Ages. If you know where the white people are in the Dark Ages, you will not conclude that they wrote the Bible or they wrote the scripture. If you know where the white man is 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, you will not reach the conclusion that they wrote the Bible or they come up with all these grandiose ideas. How will they come up with these grandiose ideas in the cave? And that's to give you food for thought. This our God that we're dealing with is almighty indeed, sovereign. I will choose the base man. I'll put him on the mountaintop to sit in a seat of power to rule. I'll bring the birds from afar, from the other ends of the earth, to come and oppress you in your own land. And everything you grow, every your labor, it will eat. and you will not eat in your own land, in your own father's house? Did he not do it? In Africa today, who is eating and who is working? Who are the people working and who are the people eating in Africa today? The world is living an alive today wherever we are. Is it South America, Central and North America? Is it Asia? Is it China? Is it Europe? Or is it Africa? So I'll read these Psalms again in a great voice. Glorify Yahweh or Yahweh in the congregation of the holy ones. Proclaim his glory. See, this reload of 154, it came with better studies, improved study, better understanding, increased understanding. You know, I am just going 2 years in this, in this. 18, 19. The Lord started waking me up in 2017. I didn't get it. 2018, I still didn't get it. 2019, I fully got it. Yeah, and I settle in this knowledge, and and everything, all this past 2 3 years, throwing out the garbage, unlearn every garbage I've been taught. It's so hard to kick the word Jesus out of my mouth. It's so hard because when I want to when I want to exclaim in anger or frustration, I say Jesus. Not like we retort in we exclaim and we say Jesus as a curse word or something like that. So it's so hard to kick it because it has been burned into a hard drive for so long. I catch myself saying Jesus when I am exclaiming out of frustration things my, my kids are doing or my wife or something like that. But I have been unlearning and I've been the Father has been breaking down all the strongholds in my head, the evil doctrine in my head, the images, everything in my subconscious have been taken out. So, because I prayed this prayer, I think it's 2018 or 2018, I prayed this prayer. 2001, either 2018 or early 2019. I prayed this prayer. I said, "Oh Lord, I want the truth from the beginning of creation. I want the truth. Wherever it is written, oh Lord, make it available for us. Let us see. Let me read. I do not want to go to my grave ignorant." And the Lord answered to me. And the Lord answered my prayer. And I knew where in the bathroom. I prayed this prayer. Bathroom. I was in the bathroom. I remember. So this Psalm 154, even though it says Psalms of David, Psalm 154 and Psalm 155, it's a psalm. It's a prayer by Hezekiah or Chaazaqayahawa. 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 That is the name of Hezekiah. That is Hezekiah. This Hezekiah here is, I don't know, maybe Greek or English, but his real name is Chaazaqayahawa. That is his name. And I've written, and I put his name there. Here, I put his name. Yeah, here you can see his name there. Prayer of Chaazaqayahawa. And previously, when I submit this into my channel, into the YouTube, I did not include the precepts. This now I include the precepts, and I include short notes at the top. Prayer of Hezekiah, when the Assyrians surrounded him, he petitioned God for deliverance from the enemy. In addition, he asked God to cause Cyrus to give permission to the innocent ones to return to their land. The innocent ones are the southern tribe, Judeans, Israelites. The southern tribe are the innocent ones, or you can say the Israelites are the innocent ones. This is the vocabulary you will see in this psalm. The innocent ones, the righteous ones, the good ones, things like that. These are synonyms for Israelites. Do you understand? Zion is a synonym for Israelites. So I put precepts here. These are precepts to all these psalms in here. And the chapter that deals with Hezekiah, that deals, you can go to Second Chronicles 5:21. Second Chronicles, and it's also in Second. I think it's also in Kings as well. I don't know whether it's First or Second Kings. It's there as well. So I read it briefly. In a great voice, glorify Yahweh. Yahweh in the congregation of the holy ones. Proclaim his glory. The reason why I said Yahweh, because the Hebrew Israelites have made famous the name Yahweh. Yahweh. That's not the whole. That's not the whole. That's what Yahweh. See, our parents don't speak English. Our forebears, our forefathers, if they speak this name, right? If we were there, they speak this name, they will have called, they will say out the words, because our fathers, they don't have, like in English, you have conjunction. Conjunction, you have verbs. We have um, we have verbs, but the verbs we pronounce only in the names of God, or we um, what do you, I'm looking for this word. Um, I said verbs. No, I mean this word escaped me. Sorry, sorry, I can. This word escaped me. Anyway, so Some of you will guess what I'm trying to say. In a great voice, glorify Yahweh in the congregation of the holy ones. Proclaim his glory. In the multitude of the upright ones, glorify his excellence. And with the faithful ones, narrate his gloriousness. Associate yourself with the good ones, and with the innocent ones, glorify the Most High. Gather together to announce his power, and do not neglect to declare his salvation and his glory to the simple ones. So another word for Israelites are simple ones. Another synonym for Israelites are simple ones. Simple. Yeah. So that the honor of Yahweh shall be made known. Wisdom has been given. Wisdom has been given. And to narrate his works, she has made known to humanity. To announce to the simple ones, his power, and to explain to those lacking understanding his gloriousness, those who are far from our entrances and are dispersed from our gate. Because the Most High is Yahweh of Yahikaba, or the Most High is Yahweh of Yahikaba. Yahikaba or Yahikaba is Jacob, our father, our ancestor, and his pride is over all his works. His pride, Yahweh's pride, Yahweh's pride is over all his works. And a person who glorifies Yahweh, the Most High, he accepts as one who offers a meal offering, as one who offers he goats and baby bulls. He anoints the altar, and as he who anoints the altar with many burnt offerings, and a sweet smelling fragrance from the hand of the righteous ones. From the gates of the just ones is heard our voice. The gates of the just ones are Israelites. Yeah? Because I know that church is full of cuckoo people. Cuckoo. See, in church, I don't know, is church is a crack. It's like church. The church in this world is a crack house. The best drug is religion. The best drug is religion, indeed. Honestly. From the gates of the just ones is heard a voice, and from the voice of the just ones her admonition. Listen, if you read Jude Apocrypha, you will understand why they remove all those books, why they hide all those books till now. You understand. You cannot read the record which our Father leaves for us, our fathers, prophets, kings, all our fathers. You will not read the records which they left for us and be docile as we are in church today. In church today, we are taught to be docile. They emasculate the men. They elevate the womanhood. They put the woman forward because they sign 501c3 they align with the state. Wherever the church are, they align with the state, and the state protect it by 501c3. They protect it by not collecting tax from them. It is worldwide. 501c3 is not only in the United States, it's all over the world, it's worldwide. That is why Psalm 82 says, they conspire together. They conspire together. Psalm 2 says, the heathen take counsel together, the kings of the earth. They take counsel together. Why did the heathens rage? Psalm 2. And the people imagine inventing. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed. And against his anointed. Do you hear that? His anointed are Israelite. His anointed are Israelite. Because just as Yahweh is anointed, Israel, the nation Israel, the people Israel, who comes from the loins of Hezekiah, who comes from the loins of Jacob, they are the anointed ones. So I'm talking bloodline. That is why this expert here, the authors here, these are doctors, PhDs, professors of divinity, professor of scriptures. This book, the writings of our Father, is subversive, is seditious to the ruling power of the day. If our Father are not in the seat of power or ruling in the day, this writing is seditious. We cannot include anybody else in this psalm I'm reading here. It is this man, Hezekiah, is a king in Judah. He is praying for Israel. He is surrounded by Assyrians. Assyrians has already done a number on the northern tribes. So he's moving in on the southern tribes. In the days of Isaiah was still alive then. He is the major prophet in the land then. There are other prophets. Israel is full of prophets. But it's the major one that was recorded. Right? So he has done a good number on the northern tribes. Ephraim, headed by Ephraim. Now he wants to move on. He surrounded the southern tribe, Judea. And Hezekiah at this time was sick to death, was sick to death. He had an affliction in his body that is not responding to stimuli, responding to health, responding to all the herbs, all the medicine. He is not responding. Yeah? And the Lord said, Isaiah to tell him, you will die soon. Prepare your house. You will die. Write your will. Prepare yourself. You will die soon. And out of this anguish of heart, I'm not ready. I'm a good king. I've done well for these people. At least I brought back the knowledge of God to these people. I pulled down idols. I pulled down many idols. I tried to get the nation back to serve the living God, the God of our fathers. And he just crying, just pleading. He prayed for Israel, prayed for himself, and he also prayed for his healing. Psalm 155 will talk about it. Psalm 155 will come after this video. He talks about his healing. Right? Let me continue. You will go through the precept yourself as you're reading these Psalms. Yeah. And as one who offers he-goats and baby bulls, and he who anoints the altar with many burnt offerings, and as a sweet smelling fragrance from the hand of the righteous ones. From the gates of the just ones is heard her voice, and from the voice of the just ones her admonition. And concerning their food, fullness is in truth, and concerning their feast, their portion are in togetherness. The feast days, the Sabbath, the togetherness of the stuff. Their meditation. Where is it? Sorry, I jumped. Their meditation is on the law of the Most High, and the word is and their word is to announce His power. Now, their word is to announce His power. In these last days, in these last days, now we are in the age of consummation. We are in the age of consummation right now, when the Lord is cranking up. You see, the fact that what the previous things that were hidden are made manifest for the prelate, for the simple ones, for the sleeping ones, is a proof that we are in the last days, because it is written in the scripture, in the last days knowledge shall increase, and everything that is hidden, not everything that is hidden shall be made, shall be revealed. We know that in the scriptures. And the son of perdition, the man of sin, will be exposed. Who is the man of sin? The ruling power of the day, Esau, is the ruling power of the day, because he is the only one who can impose the pestilence on the whole world. I'm talking about COVID-19. He imposed that on the world. This is something artificial. This is an artificial plague imposed on the world. And he imposed wearing masks onto the world. Even in Africa, where there's nothing like, listen, there is no COVID-19 in Africa, except in where the white man is in South Africa. In listen, they are wearing masks because the white man says wear mask. There is plague in the world, and he has given these leaders and the politicians money to enforce this rule. He has given them money to enforce this rule. All African leaders are in the beast system. All African leaders are in the beast system, barring few. All of them. And the leader that is not in the beast system is vice president or the opposition party to him, or his rival to power in his own land, is in the beast system. Only in that situation is it not convenient for them to knock him off the stool. because it is because we are in the age of information. Internet is freely available to the world now. See what he tried to pull in, um, what it, what the white man tried to pull in Venezuela 10, 20 years ago, he would have been successful. In the 1980s, he would have been successful. In the 1990s, he would have been successful. Because we try to pull that stunt now, everybody will know him. He exposed himself. So this man of sin has been exposed. The white man that is ruling the world today has been exposed as a man of sin. That is why we are going to have war. If you don't know that we are going to have war today, you are still sleeping. You are dumb as a rock. You should crawl back. You should crawl back to the church you come out of. You should. I mean, I don't know if you think you are going to go to normal after you willingly wear the mask when there is nothing around you. If there is going to be a COVID pestilence in your town, they had to fly the helicopter above your sky and spread the chemical at night. And in the morning, you start having cough, you start having feeling. And listen, they are wearing masks in Africa to please their master. To please their master. And these African leaders are still afraid of their master because of the stunt he pulled on them previously. Assassination of leaders, Thomas Sankara, all those leaders there, all those Africa, all those military coups. These are engineered from the paymaster. It could be francophone, it could be anglophone. It's all from the massa. Massa is the word massa is Hebrew word Massa or Masa. Massa. It means oppressor. It means oppressor. So when the slave came to America, when they say massa, 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 they mean oppressor. They mean deliver us from this oppressor. When they are singing, swing low, swing chariot, when they were singing it and they were using the word of massa, and they were deliver us from this oppression. Sing low, sing chariot, come and take me home. These are Israelites praying in their dialect of the day. But few Hebrew words is still sprinkled in that dialect. Because it is written, it is it, this Bible was downloaded to us verbally. On our feed days, we sit around under the tree, under the moonlight, and the priests and the elders they start saying stories. Some people enact this story in a kind of a play. Some do wrestling, reenacting of the Jacob meeting with the wrestling with the angel. All these things that we do in Africa, we're enacting the story we are being passed down from generation. We got it from story passed down from the generation. I hope um, I hope you get or you catch my drift. Um, that is why I struggle when talking because when I talk, when I'm talking like this, and I just jump into my head. It's like, and I'm not going straight forward. I'm just going here, 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 here. But their stories are all linked. That is why I write something and I put it forward to rein me in, so that to control my speech, to control my. That's why we write down to just discipline the. So I'll finish these psalms. How far from the wicked ones is her word? From all haughty ones are understanding. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh will have compassion upon the good ones, and upon those who glorify him will he increase mercies, and from an evil time will he redeem them. Blessed be Yahweh, or blessed be Yahweh, who saves the poor ones, from the hand of the strangers, and redeem the innocent ones from the hand of the evil one. Because strangers came to take us away from our land. Strangers come to oppress us in our land, and they are still oppressing us in our land, wherever we are. Europe, Spain, France, England, we are indigenous to those lands. The white man is not indigenous to England, in France, Germany, Spain, all those places, they are not indigenous to it. That is why they call themselves British. British, Spanish, French. They are not indigenous to the land. We are indigenous to that land. They came from the marshy plain of the east. They came from the marshy plain of the east of Europe. From the southern steppes, the rocky steppes of Europe, there they dwell. They were kicked out of Monsieur. They were kicked out of Monsieur by the Arabs. Who races? I said by the Arabs, but Ishmaelites. Who raises the horn of Yahweh and the judge of the nations from Yashara Allah. Yashara Allah is Israel. Allah El, power. So that he may prolong his sojourn in Zion, and may cause adornment forever in Yarawa Shalama. Yarawa Shalama, Jerusalem. These are precepts. Some of these precepts here, like ladder of Jacob, some of you will find it hard to read, to find the books, but go on Amazon, Old Testament pseudepigrapha, Old Testament pseudepigrapha in Amazon, and you should also get New Testament pseudepigrapha, 4 volumes, like a Old Testament pseudepigrapha, 2 volumes, New Testament pseudepigrapha. Get it now. Some Israelite camps have said, don't read this, don't read that, because the white man gave us, or it is hidden for, and If you are, listen, I agree and I don't agree. I agree because many people's brain are fried in the church. A lot of people are crazy. A lot of people are so stupid and so simple. And for that reason, I've said, don't go and carry this book and start reading them. Take the Bible that you don't know. Start with the commandment, 5 books of Moses. Start with them so that you will know you know what you're doing wrong. That's how you cleanse yourself. Psalm 119:9, John 15:3. By word we clean ourselves. By the word, that's it. By His word, I have cleansed them. Christ said. So Psalm 119, verse 9. We are cleansed by this word. I mean Israelites. Listen, you are Edomite. You can read the Bible to your thumb blue, to your face thumb blue. You are not cleansed. You can pray to Jesus till the cow come in. You are not cleansed. You can fast till all the blood drain in your body. Edomite, Elamite, Hamite, Moabite, Ammonite. You are not cleansed. That is a fact. You can take it to the bank. I tell you this. Now, see, this is the if you want to read these psalms to yourself, you see, use these psalms as prayer. All these psalms, use it as your personal prayer. You see, I don't pray as I was in church and I was born again. I was speaking in tongues, all these things. I don't speak in tongues anymore. I don't pray the church prayer anymore, and I don't sing any song of I learned in church anymore. The records of our Father, the prayers of our Father. I just search the scriptures, old and new. All those prayers, I just prayed it and I tuned them to myself. If I need to tune them, listen. In this day and age, in this age, in these last days that we are awakening, look, listen. Try and avoid praying for shoes, cars, houses, and try and avoid that. This is not the time. Pray for Israel. Pray for Israel. Pray for Israel. Pray for Israel, your brothers, and learn to love your brother, because one of the curses we have on us as a brown people, Yashara Allah, those taken into captivity, into the Americas, into the islands, into Asia, those taken into Europe, we have hatred for ourselves. I know for a fact that I have hatred for myself when I was not in this truth. When I have previously, I have to learn to love myself, and it's a painful, laborious process for me to learn to love myself, for me to learn to love my fellow black brothers. Now I empathize. I did not change anything. The presentation, I just improve it. So you go and read it. You can print it out yourself. how you print it out, you can take a picture of this, yeah, and print it out. And you can use it in your prayer and try and say the word and say the name of the Father in the holy tongue. Holy tongue. Say the name of the Father in the holy tongue. That is Paleo Hebrew. Say it, the name of the Father and the Son. Say it in the holy tongue. At least. And as you, just like any other language you're learning, you're going to struggle. But don't say because you twist your tongue or tongue tied or twisting. Say it, show an effort, and the Father will see your effort. Rehearse the righteous acts. Our Father pray in Psalms. Our fathers in the past pray in Psalms. And most of the when Christ was on when Christ walked the earth, the things he said he did not say his words. He said the words that were recorded before. There were books he was reading. Enoch was one of them. There are books that he was reading. Scrolls that he was reading. Things that were put down in writing for our learning. He was reading. He did not say his own words. He said, the word that I speak the word of my Father. I do not speak my own words. He did not say that. So when you pray with psalms. All you have to do is just to walk. You have to do a little walk on your own path. Find the appropriate psalm, and some of the psalms are hidden in scriptures. Like if you go in, there are psalms in Chronicles. There are psalms in Kings. There are psalms in Baruch. There are psalms in Genesis. There are psalms in Deuteronomy. You just have to. Oh, this prayer was psalms. There are psalms in the Old and New Testament. It's not only in Psalm. And Solomon was recorded to have written 3,000 poems, 3,000 psalms. So where are they? If he wrote 3,000 psalms, where are they? They kept it. Because you can't read them and still believe in Trinity and still believe in universalism. Include. Do you think God forgot? You think God, if man forget, God don't forget. You that want to save your enemy, you will die with your enemy. That is a fact. Karama, aka ayama, aka awata. Arise, brethren.